that's when you start the timing. It says we're not, but I know we are. We are. Okay. Let me get this going. Let's record this to the cloud. The ominous voice telling us we are. Make sure that comes up.
It's Mark Zuckerberg.
It's a female Mark Zuckerberg. All right. I think that'll do it. The ominous voice. All right. Why is that echoing? All right. Don't have any volume on. Okay. Let's start. We're actually here in sort of a special It's the Liquor Talking interview. We're here with Emily Griffen, who is the owner, bottle washer, you name it, she does it, of Brewt.
Correct.
Brewt. And that's a cocktail mixer. We actually found this, a good friend of mine, John Curley, actually brought you to the store. Mm-hmm. And I was like, John, the last thing I need is another cocktail mixer, right? Yeah. I mean, seriously, there's a lot of them out there, and there's a lot of bad ones out there. And Absolutely. John says, you know, all I'm going to say to you is please just try this. Mm-hmm. I tried it. I said, oh my God, everybody's got to try this, because I really believed in the product. You sold me on the product immediately of how good this was. And then as he started explaining it, I said, okay, well, let's bring it in. Let's talk about it. And then he introduced me to you and said, here's the owner. And she can explain it way better than I can. Yeah. He was right on that one. It's probably the first time John's been right. So explain to me a little bit about the company, how it sort of started, and what's different about what you do compared to what everybody else does.
Sure. First of all, thanks for having me.
No problem. Anytime.
Love coming back. Love seeing you again. Love seeing the store. It's so beautiful. So yeah, Brewt's is.
See, John, that's why she's asked back, because she says stuff like that, just in case you're wondering.
Listen, I mean it. I mean every single word. So Brewt's, first of all, could talk about this for days. I agree with you. The mixer section is filled with crap. It looks bad. The branding is bad. The ingredients are bad. The whole thing. So Brewt's is really how it started. It was trying to make better cocktails for people, trying to make better mixers, trying to make better options for people that had only just had 2 or 3 options in the mixer section forever. Right. So the brand is built on this all natural, preservative free, handcrafted, made from scratch recipes that are better for you. They taste better for you. They're bar quality. So if you go out to the bar and get a margarita, I promise you Brewt's is going to be the exact same thing that you're going to have at home. So we make everything, like I said, from scratch, all natural ingredients. Our lime juice, we're literally trucking in barrels of lime juice, and we're letting frozen lime juice thaw, and we're processing as soon as it thaws, because we don't believe in concentrates. Like, we don't believe in additives and preservatives.
And a lot of people don't understand that frozen, like, not concentrate, but regular juice is actually a really good way to do that. Like, oh, aren't you doing the limes yourself? No, this is absolutely acceptable. And not only that, it actually tastes like perfect.
100 times better. I mean, if you set aside a real lime juice that we're getting like from Mexico and a concentrate, like, just can't be beat. You know what I mean? It's bar quality. Like, bartenders are hand squeezing limes. Why we're like, there has to be a better way to do this, so you can get the same thing when you leave and drink it at home.
Well, it's all about consistency.
Oh, absolutely. Right? And people are so used to what they've had for so long that Brewt's is trying to like revolutionize the mixer section. Like, we can do this just as well as tequilas are doing, and bourbons, and really craft things that are revolutionizing the shelves, right? Like, you see it.
Yeah, absolutely. And so is there a different process that you're using to make this?
So we use a traditional canning process. So Brewt's, in 2016, when I started the business, we were with a co-packer that was doing all of our stuff for us. And in 2017 called and said, I can't keep up with this volume. So me being the insane person that I am, which you know already by now, I said to my business partner, we can do this better too. There has to be a streamlined way of a middle ground co-packing system and a bottling system where we're not having to go to a Coca-Cola facility, or, you know what I mean? And doing these minimums that we can't hit. So him and I found a building and rented out this building, and I started this bottling facility from scratch, like self-taught, everything. So we created this entire full functioning fully licensed, obviously, bottling
Yeah.
facility. So we do.
No, not out of the back of your
Yeah,
trunk or
yes,
anything
right.
like that.
You'd
Like,
be surprised. People ask me all the time, like, "Are you doing this in your basement?" I'm like, "No, you
no,
wouldn't be able to drink it if I was doing
that's
it in
right.
my
That's right. People
basement."
don't understand all the rules and
The
regulations you have to
legality.
go to do
Yeah,
to actually do something
yeah,
like this.
yeah,
Yeah. The difference that I see is we've done like mixers and stuff like that that are freshly done.
yeah,
Really short shelf life
yep,
though. And if you're not having, if you don't have enough people like that are sort of like that are buying them in a
yeah,
quick enough way,
yeah,
they go out of code.
for sure,
They don't taste right
for sure.
anymore, and all of this type of stuff. Yours, what really impressed me is I thought the quality was as good as those.
Yeah.
Okay, but here's the kicker: when I open it up and I put it in my refrigerator, it's good for about 6 months in the refrigerator.
Yeah, if not more.
Is that because of all the citrus and stuff? Is that part of it?
It's because we use a traditional canning process when we
Okay.
bottle. So we're heating to 170 degrees, letting it come down a little bit and bottling like right off the bat. So
Okay.
all that oxidization and all of that is being pulled at that last minute. So it's shelf stable.
Yep.
And then when it's open, it's like that citrus just kind of lets go and it just gets like bolder and fresher and like better over time. Like I drink mix in my fridge that's could be in there for 8 months and it's like just as good, if not better, when I opened it the first time. So
And that's what's great with us. I mean, some of them don't last long enough in the household, but like
we don't want it to
yeah,
last a single day in your house, you know?
well, let's try a couple of these
Sure,
because
absolutely.
is that okay?
Oh my God, yes,
This-
please.
that's why you're here.
Yeah, exactly.
But let's try a couple of these. I want to see. Is there a specific order you'd like to do them
I
in?
know. Should we walk through like each
Yeah,
kind of
let's
product?
do it.
Okay,
Yeah,
so let's start
that's
with
why
the
you're here.
bloodies. I talk a lot about the margaritas because to be honest with you, that's like a baby of mine. So
Yep.
the brand actually started with this single Bloody Mary. So our traditional scratch Bloody Mary. So I don't know if we have time to kind of go into how the
We
business.
have as much time as you want, so let's go.
Great. So the business started because, like I said, I felt like we couldn't find anything on the shelf
Mhm.
that really fit like nutritional needs, all natural, preservative free stuff. So that's how the Bloody really came to be. It was like we were drinking Bloody Marys off the shelf, making them at home, and they were just filled with sodium, filled with
Right.
additives. Like you just felt like crap after having one.
You know what's funny is because I always say like whenever I love Bloody Marys, but one of the things that I always have to have with the Bloody Mary is like a water or a Coke.
Totally.
I
Yeah.
have to have something else, a beer.
Yeah.
I have to have something else to drink.
Yeah.
And the high sodium, I'm like,
It's crazy.
it's drying me out as I'm drinking it, and I'm
Right.
getting dehydrated.
Yeah, right. And you have one at brunch and you're like, how do I feel so terrible?
Right.
So our mix is one of, if not the lowest sodium mixes on the entire market. So I'm sourcing organic tomato juice out of this beautiful tomato farm in Ohio that's been with us since day one. And no additives, no extra sodium,
Okay.
none of the garbage, right? So
Right.
fresh black peppercorn, real grated horseradish, lemons and limes. So you're getting that really good citrus flavor, but still just like really bold flavor without all the additives.
All right,
So,
let's try. Well, here is a. You need vodka.
Yes, we
This
do,
is Julio's vodka,
absolutely.
by the way. I'm putting out there. 20% of the proceeds of this vodka go to the veteran shelter. Excuse me, the Veterans Food Pantry. And so we've been doing. A lot of people don't realize we've been doing vodka for 50 years.
it's insane.
So we've had our own brand of vodka for like 50 years. So it's stood the test of time.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, I will tell you that I just had I'm going to try the Bloody Mary.
Yeah,
I'll
we
take a
gotta
little bit of it. Yeah,
mix
you know
it
what I'm
up
going to
a
do?
little
I'm going to
bit.
do this way. I'll do it this way.
Ah, perfect.
I'll just tell you that I just did have the Bloody Mary. We just did a contest on our radio show. It's the Liquor Talking with the boys. We had a Bloody Mary contest. So
Yeah.
we just did this, and it was great.
Good.
And the good thing is it just tasted great. You sponsored. I don't think you knew that, but you did.
Happy to anytime.
It's good, solid Bloody Mary.
Thank you. Appreciate
Really,
that.
really good.
So our
I'm
second,
going to keep that over here because, I don't want it to wander away.
sure. So our second is a sleeper of ours, my favorite. It's our
Mhm.
Bloody Caesar. So a lot of people don't know what a Caesar is. So I spent a significant amount of my time educating people on what
Right.
this actually is. Because
If you're from New England, you know what a Bloody Caesar is.
or from Canada,
Right,
right?
right.
So a lot of people think it's like a play on salad dressing, and I'm like, no, let's back up a bit here. So our Caesar is like it's our play to the Canadian Caesar.
Okay.
So Canadians love Clamato, as you
Yep.
know.
Clamato,
So
Clamato juice, which is Tomato juice with clam juice.
Yes.
It is clam juice, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah. People go like clam juice. I'm like, trust me, it's fine.
I know, right? So that it takes a lot of educating. So I'm happy to like talk about this right now. So the Bloody Caesar, our take is we take a fresh caught clam stock out of Maine, and then we double the amount of citrus. So it's super light, really oceany, breezy, fresh. It's like a little lighter than the Bloody Mary. So I always say the Bloody is really hearty, like your good
Yeah.
go-to, and the Caesar is like your light beach day, your day on the boat.
Okay.
You're
Yeah.
like
It should be reminiscent of going to the ocean,
absolutely
right?
Yeah.
Well, I just so I will tell you in the contest, the other two chickened out and they just did your regular bloody, but I did not. I did not. I
Oh,
took.
good.
No, I did not. I'm working on this project with Spicy Water Distillery in of all places in Millbury,
Okay.
right down the street, and we're working on a new product called Fire and Gin. So it's spicy gin.
Oh, cool.
So I made a red snapper.
Oh,
So I made a red snapper with clamato.
so good.
I mean, not clamato, but the Caesar
Yeah.
with the clam juice in it.
How was it?
It was delicious.
Yeah, that's
I
nice.
surprised everybody's like, oh, no, that's not going to be good. I go, yeah, try it.
I know. I always tell people like, just try it. Just try a tiny sip and you'll see. It's just so light and so fresh. Great, goes great with gin, goes great with a tequila, goes great with a vodka. It's just, like I said, a little bit lighter instead of like your hearty bloody.
We're going to just stop for just a second, only because this is just the liquor talking. That gives us them time to cut that because we may use this on the radio.
Okay.
And I want to have segmented so
Sure.
we can go back. All right. So the bloody Caesar. All right. I want to try this again because I'm just going to have it. No vodka or
Sure.
no anything. I just want to try it because, and the weirdest part is when you say the word clam juice and people are like, what's that?
I
I'm
know.
like, it's just like broth, clam broth.
Yeah,
I mean, I
and-
know what else to say it to you.
Right. And we use a stock, so it's a little bit lighter, but it's so good. It's my favorite. It's the sleeper.
Actually, I'm going to tell you right now, and I think it's also because of the citrus content
Yeah.
in this too. And you can taste the clam juice. So if you don't like clams, don't get this. But if you do,
And if you're allergic,
if you're allergic, yeah, don't. But I like this better than the Bloody Mary.
so do I.
I think it's brilliant.
So do I. And I built the entire business on the bloody, but my business partner who comes up with a lot of all of our recipes from scratch, he was like, this is and he's right. It's a sleeper. It's my all-time favorite. I could drink it all the time.
I think if I knew that the person wasn't allergic to
Yeah.
shellfish,
Yeah.
that I would actually just make them this
Same.
and just tell them it's a Bloody Mary, and they'd be like,
Exactly.
oh, like what's that flavor? It's really good.
Yeah.
And not even tell them and go, and then
I know the
afterwards just
problem is
spring
the
on.
allergy because I would do the
No, the
same
allergy
thing.
you do have to. I'm allergic to peanuts and tree nuts, so I get
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
I was allergic to shellfish for a while, a New Englander, allergic to shellfish, and of course, peanuts and stuff like that. I don't like.
Mhm.
I don't like the smell of them.
Oh,
But
okay.
growing up, I ate seafood, so it was one of those allergies that was really bad because I loved them.
Yeah.
And now I'm okay. I can
Grew
have
out
it
of
again.
it?
Yeah. And no, I never had it. Then I had it, and then it was like I don't know 5-6 years.
Yeah.
And now I'm fine again.
Amazing.
It's the weirdest
Thank
thing.
God.
So yeah, I'm weird. So we'll just move on from that. All right. So now we're going. These are the Bloody Marys. By the way, you're looking for a Bloody Mary. It's not overly spiced. It's not hard. You could add a little horseradish if you wanted a little, up the heat a little bit, or do what I did and add like a hot liquor, like a a ghost or
Sure, absolutely.
any type of thing that had like chipotle in
Yeah.
it, the tanteo and all that type
Yeah.
of stuff.
We use
Add those in too.
we use our kind of like differentiator in our bloody besides it being all natural and healthy is we use a pickled jalapeno brine that we do ourselves. Excuse me. And it gives you a little bit of a kick, but
Yeah.
some people it's like I taste with and they're like not spicy enough and some people are like too spicy.
spicy,
Yeah,
right,
so we
right.
try
You
to
gotta-
stay in the middle.
You're
for
gonna mellow it
everybody.
out a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So how do you want to do the margaritas?
Let's go traditional spicy and then
Okay.
into lavender.
Sure. You got all the stuff over there. I gave it to you also.
So traditional mix. Should we mix this too, or should we?
No. Do you want to? Well, I brought some stuff out here. I don't really have. Let me see. You never know what I have over here, but I don't think I have any tequila. No, you know what? To be honest with you, we sort of talked about this. I think I'd rather just try it
Yeah, absolutely.
because
Yeah.
it's one of those type of things we talk about. Like when you get tequila is a perfect example. If you try a blanco tequila and the blanco doesn't taste right,
Yeah.
none of the others, none of the reposado, the añejo, actually, they're not going to taste right because
Right.
you can't make something
Yes.
bad and then make it good by doing something
Correct.
else to it.
Exactly.
That's, you know,
Yes.
naturally anyways.
So this is our traditional scratch margarita. So our bar quality, like I said, scratch classic margarita. So real lime juice is the
Yep.
base.
Yep.
A simple syrup that we make ourselves. And then from there, we add a orange blossom water. So it's a Lebanese orange blossom water that we're sourcing out of Lebanon.
Okay.
And it's just like our little differentiator. It's not too much, but it's like a tiny
You
bit
can
of
definitely
that
taste the
floral.
orange in there,
Yeah.
that floral. And that's cool because to be like when you make a margarita, you're gonna put some sort of orange, well,
Yeah.
whether it's
Or
triple sec or
liqueur.
Cointreau
Yeah.
or Grand Marnier or something like that. You're
Yeah.
gonna put that in there.
Yep.
This you could just add tequila because it's got the orange there,
Yeah.
is already there.
Yeah. The simple syrup, the orange blossom, you're pour and go. That was kind of our thing.
Now, the only thing I will say about this, and making a margarita corrects all of this.
Yeah.
This is a higher concentration.
For sure. Yes.
So flavor wise, you're just drinking it like this.
Yeah.
It's a higher concentration. You can taste everything, but it's highly concentrated. But mixing it with ice, putting this on ice, putting the tequila in is gonna bring that out. And by the way, that's a problem with a lot of other mixers.
Mhm.
You could drink it just like it is, and you go, oh, that's pretty good. But when they start adding ice and it all of a sudden becomes weak.
Right. Right.
The flavors become weak.
Exactly. So
In this case, it's not going to do that.
right. So that's exactly, you just nailed it. That's exactly why we made it. It's not meant to be drank by itself. The bloodies put on ice, they're good by themselves.
Right.
The way people do it all the time. The margaritas are made with real lime juice. They're citrus, right?
Yeah,
So
but
it's
you know you're
bold.
going to put them on ice. You're
Right.
not drinking a margarita another way.
Right, but put it on ice and then mix it with something. You know, obviously a tequila, it's great as a mocktail. It's great with a soda water, a ginger beer, a tonic. Like it's got to be paired with something to dull
It's
that
going to
down
bring
a
it
bit.
down a little bit.
Right, but it's still bold enough to hold its own.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So I got to tell you, the next one I think we're gonna do the lavender. Oh, we're gonna do
spicy.
Oh, we're gonna do spicy. Okay, that's fine. Good with
all
me.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
perfect with me.
Spicy, my all-time favorite. Probably our most popular product.
Jalapeno margaritas are huge right now.
Huge. So our
Margarita is still the number one bar drink.
It
But
is.
is still margarita, still up there,
Yep.
right?
So
So spicy margarita can't be too far behind.
no, it's not. Very popular. So same exact base as the traditional. We still use
Yep.
the orange Lebanese orange blossom water. And then our people are literally infusing real jalapenos into these 100-gallon kettles.
Yep.
Like literally we're chopping jalapenos, letting them steep.
Are they wearing this whole suit?
Yes. They're letting them
Right.
steep and then they're testing it. And when we get to a certain degree, we pull depending
Okay.
on the heat of the jalapenos. So our goal is for it to be your good go-to spicy marg without
Right.
it being like you can definitely sip on it and be like, this is fine. And
No, I
it's
can
not
taste
over.
I can taste the jalapeno
Yeah.
in doing this. By the way, because we have these at home now, so we're experimenting.
Amazing.
My wife and my daughter and myself
good.
are experimenting with these a lot,
Love it.
and they're like, oh, it's a little bit too spicy for them.
Yeah.
Regular margarita, spicy margarita.
Right.
Add one to the other,
Right.
and
Or
guess what? It takes down the heat.
exactly. Or a little bit more tequila, a little bit of ice that like
I
will-
want them walking around later. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to take them.
well, what's the fun in that?
That's fine.
Uh,
But again, here's where the mixers like this come in really, really well. It's consistent.
Mhm.
So every time I make this, if I use the same amount of tequila and stuff like that, I'm going to taste the same drink. So once I get my formula in my head down, whether I'm going to do 3-to-1, 2-to-1,
Yeah.
however I'm going to make it, if I do it the same way, I know exactly how it's going to come out.
and that's
If I started doing this myself, each
Yeah,
time it's going to be
exactly.
slightly different,
exactly.
and I'm going to get drunk as a skunk.
Yeah. Every time.
Because every time, because I'm constantly going to be tasting it to make sure I got it right.
Yeah.
So I'm drinking another drink just doing that.
Exactly. And we are, and I'm so glad you said that. We're adamant on this being the same recipe. We don't cut corners. And that's why this business, we're just adamant on it being how we made it originally. We're not going to switch to extracts. We just can't. It won't taste the
It
same.
won't taste the same.
Everything, we just have to get bigger with our scaling. We'll scale bigger.
That's
But-
that means just a bigger warehouse and more space,
Bigger
right?
kettles
Big
and
kettles
more
and everything.
employees.
Yeah, but that's the way.
That's the way it
it's
is.
supposed to be like that.
That's the joy of it. So, yeah, the spicy margarita is by far most popular because people try it, like you just said, and they're like, oh my God, I really taste the actual jalapeno. It
Right.
doesn't taste like an extract. Like a lot of the mixers on the shelf,
You
you'll
can taste
pull,
fake.
you taste fake.
You can
and
taste fake.
and all it is pulling out that like jalapeno taste
Right.
without it feeling authentic, if that makes it just gives you that back end spice. Why ours, I feel like gives you a bit of an experience, and maybe because I'm biased, of course, but it's like, oh, I taste the jalapeno. Oh, a little bit of spice. Oh, okay, that's
Yeah, that's fine.
real.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I like
So
it. Now,
my
the
favorite.
last one I had my doubts about.
People
So,
do.
and I think it's my daughter's favorite.
Oh, I'm sure.
So this is lavender
Lavender margarita. So what happened was I came up with this, and my business partner was like, this is maddening. Nobody's going to buy this because it's going to taste like a flower.
Right.
And lavender is the fastest growing flavor in the US for the last 2 years
Okay.
by a landslide.
It's supposed to
So-
calm you. Is that why? Because lavender is supposed to be a calming mechanism.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But I think also people just like love that little bit of floral, but it can go too far. So I'm like, if we do it, it has to be just right.
Okay.
So we're doing it the same way as the lavender, or excuse me, as the jalapeno. We're getting real lavender, steeping it in these kettles, and we're just testing the product continually until it gets to that right amount of floral, and then it's pulled. So no corners cut again. So same exact base, same real lime juice, and then real
Are you using the
lavender.
orange in this one? The orange
We use
water?
the orange blossom water and
One
everything.
blossom water?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're
I didn't know if
getting
like
that.
sometimes when you start getting into a flavor, you wonder if they're substituting one for the other, but
So the lavender really kind of takes over.
it's not
that.
purple though.
No, no. You know what's crazy?
No, that's fine. That's fine.
It's purple when we bottle it,
Is it really?
and then the color changes when it gets in the.
It's the acid
yeah,
of the
probably. Yeah, it
citrus.
just kills all of that. Yeah. So just a touch of floral, but nothing too crazy. And it is.
All right, I can see why she likes it. It's good.
So popular
It's
right
good.
now. People love it.
Yeah, I'm not one that would be that I think that would be into that.
Yeah.
But it's delicious.
Thank you. Yeah.
It's really good.
It's my second favorite. I love. People love it.
All right. Now, just to wrap things up, I just want to point out to everybody, these are in. I don't think you're really paying a premium price for these. They're in line with a lot of other mixers that are in there. They're supposed to be quality mixers.
Yep.
But I would strongly suggest we're doing some tastings. I know you're doing tastings all over the state and stuff like that, but don't hesitate. These are really good. I mean, I brought these in because they were really good.
Thank you.
I started this off by saying I needed another mixer like I needed a hole in that. But they really are good. Try them out. Emily, I want to thank you so much for coming in today
Thank
on this. We
you.
have a snowy day today.
Yeah.
For coming.
it's
This
been
brought
fun.
some sunshine to it. This is really, really good. The best of luck to you too. I
Thank
think
you
it's
so
a great
much.
product and I hope you do very, very well.
Thank you for having me. I will come back anytime. I love it here.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining us right on this little special edition. Hopefully, this will actually put this on the radio too, but you can get this wherever you get your podcast. Look for It's the Liquor Talking. Thank you very much. And good day. Should have been here. It was awesome.